My name is Doug Kaufman. For the past 40 years, I've dedicated my life and even my career to finding the root cause of disease. Join me and a team of physicians, pharmacists, and scientists, and soon you too will know the cause. As we welcome you to today's show, know one thing: I am biased, and as such, I don't take a flu shot. Now, I do things to get my health in order, but I've got to tell you, at my age, at 66 years young, I feel better than I did at 30 years old, okay? There are plenty of shows this time of year that are gonna have old people kind of walking in line, waiting to get their flu shot, and babies screaming as they jab the needle. That isn't what Know the Cause is. Now, Know the Cause is not opposed to that. If you're getting a flu shot, great, we love you. If you want to know how maybe to prevent the need for a flu shot, then watch today, but don't make the decision based on this show. Watch everything. Get on the internet and really study all of this. So here's what the Center for Disease Control said are some of the symptoms. You know these. I can remember as a boy, I had a lot of these: fever, feeling feverish, chills, cough, sore throat, runny or talking like that with a stuffy nose, muscle or body aches, headaches, fatigue, really tired. Some people have vomiting or diarrhea, but that's more common in children than it is in adults. Understand, we've all felt this from time to time. We took a little survey and hundreds of you responded. I'll go through some of those responses. Thank you, bless your hearts. It's amazing how many people aren't taking a flu shot. But don't be blind. Don't take a flu shot and then go out and expose yourself to these viri in our air at that time of the year that make you miserable. What about food? What role does food play in preventing the flu? Well, let's talk a little bit about some of these. Okay, first and foremost, this happens to be one of my favorite foods: cabbage. Absolutely love that. As a matter of fact, I cut a big chunk off a cabbage the other night and absolutely fell in love with it. I can eat this raw every day. And here's some of the benefits of it, okay? High in immune boosting glutamine, the amino acid L-glutamine. Add it to soups, stews, and salads. And I'm talking about at this time of year, make sure that you're getting cabbage in your diet often. It's a green food, right? What's that mean? It's got some chlorophyll in it, okay? Let's talk about the next one, which is grapefruit. I could go on 10 minutes telling you about this, and I've taught you about this also. This is kind of interesting. Grapefruits protect against mycotoxins, high in flavonoids, which enhance your immune system, vitamin C, and so forth. Very, very good fruit. The skin, the monoterpenes in the oil, the grapefruit seeds, etc., all very, very, very important. Man, have I used that sometimes when I don't feel well. Can food be a medicine? The father of medicine, Hippocrates, said 3,000 years ago, let food be your medicine. But in America today, medicine is your medicine, right? There's a new kid on the block called the pharmaceutical industry, and what you're going to hear on TV from this point, when today's show ends forward, is get that flu shot. Doctors are recommending that flu shot. Wow, okay. Next food, let's talk about this: garlic. Doesn't matter what the pathogen is, what the germ is, a little bit of this should really help. Now, don't chew on it. Don't take a whole clove of garlic and chew it down, but add it again to soups, salads, and so forth. Really immune enhancing. Number 4 is spinach, high in vitamin B1, folate, which repairs DNA damage. Why is that important? I thought the flu was caused by a virus. What breaks DNA, human DNA? Fungus, fungal mycotoxins. In our number 2 book, Fungus Link 2, we discuss the potential antimycotoxin properties. It's also green, isn't it? Okay, next one is spinach and then broccoli. They're both green, high in vitamin A, vitamin C, glutathione, and it's anti-mutagenic. What causes genetic mutations? Fungus. I hear virus, this virus blowing in from Japan. We're going to package it up and give you. But if you look at it, fungus plays a role in our good health, right? So today I wanted to bring you a couple of clips from years past. Sometimes doctors came on our show and really voiced their opinion on whether or not they recommend flu vaccines for their patients. One such was Dr. Roby Mitchell. This man was amazing. You see, you and I can't see the package insert, but you can ask your doctor for it, the flu shot package insert. Guess what it says? You have to guess no longer. Here's Dr. Mitchell from 2009.
I'm going to read you the retraction that I made once I actually read the package insert, because I had told this group of nurses that were asking me, should they get the swine flu? I said, yes, you should, because you are going to be around immunocompromised people and you should be protected. Then I read this package insert and I had to send out a retraction so that they would have informed consent. And the first thing I told them, so look at, it says in that package insert, it says 4 to 9-year-olds have to get 2 injections. So when you read through that package insert and you run down this long list of symptoms, some of which are neurological, that we'll go through, you got to think, do I want my 4 to 9-year-old to do this twice, right? And then you got to expose them to the regular flu vaccine also. It also lists Guillain-Barré as a possible side effect. This is a paralyzing potential fatal nerve disease that was seen with the swine flu vaccine in 1976. Nerve damage can be permanent, right? Now, this is a result of a compromised immune system. People had compromised immune systems back in 1976. It's a lot worse today. Now, some of the things that it lists, and this is just the nervous system side effects. It says headache, dizziness, neuralgia, paresthesia, confusion, febrile convulsions, Guillain-Barré syndrome, right there on the package insert, myelitis, neuropathy, Bell's palsy. Then it also goes on to say concomitant administration with other vaccines. It says no data to assess the concomitant administration of influenza A, this H1N1, with other vaccines. So they're telling you, we don't know what's going to happen when you mix the regular flu virus with this H1N1 virus. May be safe, you may drop dead.
They're telling us to get both of them.
Telling you to get both of them.
And now they're saying, we don't know what'll happen.
Worse than that, right? They're telling, the people that are telling to get this is pregnant women. But here's what they say in the package insert concerning pregnant women. It is also not known whether influenza H1N1 monovalent vaccine can cause fetal harm. We don't know if it's caused fetal harm when administered to pregnant women, or can affect reproductive capacity.
Wow, I could watch that and watch that and watch that. Here's what I'm thinking. Doctor, if you want me to take a flu shot, can I take the package insert in the injection kit home and read it tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow? Read it, and then you make the decision.
My name is Nathan Webb. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I've been on phase 1 for over 4.5 years. I'm on it for migraine headaches. I originally started to get rid of the headaches naturally and drug-free. I decided to skip all the drugs because I was afraid of the neurological problems it would cause. So I strictly did phase 1. It took a long time. I continued to get headaches for the first few months, but every headache was a little less intense. Once I removed the blood sugar out of my bloodstream and out of my diet, all the grains, all of the alcohol, corn, pasta, bread, muffins, cakes, ice cream, all the extra fruits, things got substantially better. Stick with it. It works. Try it for 30 days, phase 1. It's not fun, but it will prove that it works, and you can feel better too.
You know, I loved your Facebook responses. A couple of you said I take elderberry, okay? How do you make your own elderberry syrup? Well, Ruth and I have a friend named Diane and Rick, and Diane has an herb garden and makes her own. And then what about bone broth? Does that also help the immune system? Watch these segments.
Hi, I'm Diane, and I'm here at Know the Cause to show you one of my very favorite home remedies on phase 2 when I'm not feeling very well. Or if I feel something coming on, like I've been exposed to somebody else that's not feeling well. What I do is I take elderberries, which are an antioxidant, very high in a lot of really good stuff. But we take these elderberries and we put them in some water on the stove, and we add some fresh ginger, we add cinnamon, and we add cloves. Bring it to a boil. Put the lid on and bring it down to a simmer for a good 45 minutes to an hour until it really reduces down to a nice syrupy kind of consistency. Then pop it off the stove, drain it into another container, throw away the elderberries. They're no good anymore because you've got all the good stuff in your liquid, and let it cool off for just a little bit. Once it's cool, stir in about a cup full of honey and try to get a good quality honey, like a raw honey. I know my favorite honey to use is Manuka, and a little pricey, but it's very good for you. And I put all this together into a mason jar, and I just leave it in my refrigerator. I've got one in there now. I've had it for about 6 months, and I use it whenever I think I need to. I just get a spoon and pull it out, and away I go. A couple spoonfuls. Give it a try. I think you'll be very happy with it. It beats running to the drugstore and using things with all kinds of ingredients that you don't even know what they are. So I hope I've helped you. Enjoy it.
This beef bone broth is an amazing drink to help you develop your immune system according to many people. And as you know, prevention of the flu takes place on an immune system level. Here are the ingredients you will need to make the broth. Cut 2 medium carrots into 2-inch pieces. Cut 3 stalks of celery into 2-inch pieces. Cut 2 peeled onions into quarters. Cut 1 head of garlic in half crosswise. Into a 6-quart slow cooker, add 3 to 4 pounds of beef bone mixture. It can be short ribs, oxtails, knuckles, neck bones, etc. Then add your carrots, your celery, the onions, the garlic, 2 bay leaves, and 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Fill the slow cooker with filtered water to cover all of the ingredients. Set the slow cooker on low and let it cook for 24 to 48 hours. When ready, remove the large chunks and discard them. Strain the broth through a fine mesh strainer. Cool the broth at room temperature and then refrigerate it. When it becomes more solid, you can skim the fat from the surface and discard it. To serve, spoon into a mug or bowl and warm it up. Makes about 5 cups. For additional information, go to knowthecause.com.
Hi, I'm Susie Cohen, America's Pharmacist. Listen carefully. Antibiotics won't work for a cold or flu because antibiotics kill only bacteria. Colds and flu are viral infections, and antibiotics don't kill viruses, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. And since you watch Know the Cause, you're aware that antibiotics can spark fungal overgrowth. So if you want to feel better fast, try good old-fashioned soup. Add the correct spices and herbs. Viruses hate garlic, onions, ginger, and watercress, so be very generous with those ingredients. Make yourself a fresh hot vegetable soup that will soothe your sore throat, clear those nasal passages, and kill nasty microorganisms. A soup like this causes no side effects and works within minutes. Now that's cold relief I can live with.
I'm a woman that has seizures, and when we moved down here to the Ozarks, I got to discover Know the Cause show, and he said, don't take medicine unless it feels a problem. And the more medicine I took, the more seizures I had. One day I had a seizure while cooking, and I burnt my hand, a 3rd-degree burn, and I went to the doctor, and they said I had going to do surgery, but they sent me out to get my own antioxidants. And I thought, wait a minute, aren't you people supposed to do that? So as I listened more to your show, I ended up taking the olive leaf extract, your grapeseed extract, and the probiotics, and they never did surgery. It got better and better and better, and it was fantastic. That's my story on Know the Cause. It's been a blessing of a blessing. You guys keep it up.
Well, I'm with one of my favorite doctors in the world, Dr. Fred Pescatore, and I have known each other way too many years. I want to ask this question because it's around the time of the year when people line up and you see on television, Dr. Pescatore, the baby screaming with this needle going in their arm and the old people passing out in line and they're moving forward waiting for the flu. But you got to get in right away because they're running out of that flu vaccine, and make sure you get it. Okay, I have not, when I was in boot camp, I remember they gave us a flu shot, 400 years ago. That's the last flu shot I've ever taken, and I don't think I've had the flu since then. So can you give me your take? I know you don't represent the Center for Disease Control, but as a physician, what's your take? You have patients coming in all the time asking this.
I mean, I recommend pretty much not to get the flu shot. Because I think, A, getting the flu shot, you'll get the flu. Because that's just part of, well, it's not impossible.
They say it's a dead strain, and I've got to tell you.
It's not a dead strain, it's a live strain of the flu.
You guys are telling me this all the time. Mom got the flu shot, she got the flu. My brother got a flu shot, he got the flu, so I'm not going to get it. But you have this whole group of people telling us that's absolutely impossible. That's not the right answer.
No, it's not the right answer at all. I mean, I think if you keep your immune system healthy, if you eat right, exercise, sleep enough, and keep your immune system healthy. I mean, we've got this whole, I talk about immunity rot. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's just
rot, R-O-T.
R-O-T. It's how our immune system, as 55 and older, as it just starts to slowly not be able to work correctly. And I don't think getting a flu shot, I don't want to get off the topic here, because they force it down our throats. They make us get it whether it's the strain that they're using or not. They just insist. And then last season, what they tried to do was get everybody to take it twice because it was such a long winter.
Right.
So they tried to get people to take another flu shot because it wore off. I mean, I don't know. I still don't understand why the American Medical Association is in bed with the pharmaceutical companies. I mean, they are wrapped so tightly together. I don't understand it. I don't understand how it can even happen, considering we're supposed, doctors are supposed to be science-driven only and not be driven by proceeds from any corporation in any way, shape, or form. Yet we're forcing people to get vaccinations that are, and that's just, and we're just talking the flu shot, let alone not any of the other thousands of vaccinations that
it's a
that we're
gray
forcing
area
kids to
that
get.
we're being told is black or white. There's only
And
one
it's
way to go.
not.
So here's what I've decided. The more I study this, and you got me into this many years ago. You remember your talk about yogurt with me 20 years ago or so. Most of your immune system is in the gut. I always see you on TV representing Dr. Ohhira's probiotics, and you do it on this show also. Around flu and season time, if you don't take probiotics at all, get a couple of bottles of Dr. Ohhira's probiotics, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, because part of defending your immune system is here. Is that correct?
80% of your immune system is in your gut. If your gut isn't healthy, that's why you've got to eat right. If your gut isn't healthy, then you're not going to be healthy. Your immune system's not going to be healthy. That's where you need to start fighting the flu, is by taking care of your gut. You shouldn't have irritable bowel. You shouldn't have any of those things, constipation. You shouldn't have reflux disease. None of that should exist if you were eating properly. That all ceases and that goes away. And when that goes away, your gut is working, your immune system's going to be great, and you don't need any flu shot and anybody coming running after you with a needle.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to say one other thing.
Go ahead.
Do you know they now, if you refuse and you're a hospital worker, they now make you wear masks and put a badge on. It's sort of like you get this red badge or
not of courage, right?
No,
it's
a
a red
like the
badge.
adulteress
It's in
Salem.
my opinion, that is placing you, seeing patients and having patients say, "Oh, that doctor didn't get his flu shot." It's really getting a bit out of control.
A bit out of control?
I think we're all thumbprints Maybe some of you want to take the flu shot. You're doing great. Dr. Pescatore is not here to tell you not to do that. Go ahead and continue getting your flu shot per your doctor's orders. What he's saying is this is not about the flu shot. It's all about defending an immune system. Can you do that with diet and probiotics and beta-glucan? You bet you can. So thank you so much for coming in
Thank
and
you.
clarifying that. You bet.
Okay, I talk about detoxification all the time on this show, and please always work with a practitioner, a qualified licensed practitioner before you detox. But here are 3 strategies for detox that I love, and there's a million more. But number 1, gentle fasting. It might be a few hours, it might be a day, it might be a few days. Make sure and get plenty of water if you're fasting, but this just helps give the whole body a break. Work with your doctor, and if you're taking medication, don't do this at all. Number 2, chlorophyll. Whether it's in the form of fresh juices that you're juicing yourself with spinach, kale, etc., or a chlorophyll supplement, this is a great antimycotic. And number 3, zeolite. Zeolite is a volcanic ash that actually helps to fight off mycotoxins and heavy metals. These are 3 great ones to get you going.
I will tell you again, do not let me make the decision for you whether or not to take a flu shot, right? They're medical doctors, you know their opinion. This show is so important because all you're going to hear watching TV, news at night, and anything is get that flu shot. It's that important, it can save your life. Okay, I hear that. Now, when is the flu season? From October 31st throughout the festive holiday season, including Thanksgiving and all the parties all the way through January 1st, the American diet collapses. Excessive sugar and alcohol means increased exposure to mycotoxins, okay? More people visit the doctor during winter months. I wonder why. Mycotoxins are poisonous substances made by certain fungi that are capable of causing illness and death in humans. Most of them suppress your immune system. Alcohol is a mycotoxin, and grains, including sugar, are commonly contaminated with them. Now, what role does virus play in all this? Folks, your guess is as good as mine. Somewhere in Japan, a virus is blowing. We encapsulate it and hope it's the right virus. In the year 2008, we had the wrong ingredients in the flu shot. Imagine my shock when I turned on TV, hoping that all the scientists would say, well, there's no sense in getting it this year. And every one of them said, oh no, get them. Why? They were the wrong, well, you got to get it, boy. It's going to give you the best immunity in the world. See, I think immunity is something you need to dig in and do yourself. Diet, exercise, and all the wonderful things you wrote me. You want to hear some of them? I could go on for hours. A few hundred of my dear friends wrote these. This is a 50-page book I have here. Okay. Norma says, oregano oil is my flu shot. Pat says, I never ever get a flu shot. I take olive leaf extract. Thank you for that. It's unbelievable. Here's a nurse. This one was a tough one. Okay. I believe in having our own immunity working instead. The flu shot is a way for companies to make money. I am a nurse, and I am extremely upset that the hospital I work for makes us get a flu shot or wear that mask for months. I totally agree with you. Jones says, I have not had a flu shot in many years because I'd always get sick when taking it. You see, we asked this question, and the question was, what do you do to help your immune system during that time of year, the cold and flu season, right? And then more importantly, what I want to know is a flu shot ever made you or a loved one sick? I put this on our Facebook, and you can go to that and still report. But I'm telling you folks, the Center for Disease Control says the flu shot is a dead virus. Isn't the whole objective to reconstitute it, to make it work in your body? It's like dry probiotics that you swallow and they're reconstituted and they become bacteria again. I'm so lost with these flu shots. I'll keep going here. Fascinating. I watched your program for years and have learned that beta-glucan, oregano, and other supplements really help my immune system. Most of all, I learned about the phase 1, staying away from refined carbs and sugars. Thank you so much, Cindy, for that. Jean says, yes, my husband and daughter get sick every time they get a flu shot. Here's Laura. The last flu shot I got the flu. I will never take another one. You guys are not candid at all. Just amazing answers. I never got a flu shot, neither did my husband. My granddaughter got the flu shot last year at school, and yes, she got the flu. The point is, there are several hundred of you, and I'd still like to see and read your comments. Go to our website, knowthecause.com, and respond. Folks, we thought we'd get 12 or 15. We got hundreds of you responding. Apparently this is a hot button for many of you. Again, don't let this show or their responses dictate whether or not you get a flu shot. That should be in your head. Do I want a flu shot or not? What are the side effects, and what if I don't get one? That's what this show is all about. Study. Don't go away.
I literally thought I was dying. That's what I felt like. I was deathly ill. I got down to like 93 pounds. Nobody could ever find out anything that was wrong with me. And so I wrote a letter to Doug Kaufman. I sent it to the Lakeshore Guardian, and somehow he ended up getting it. And I got my answer in the paper. And he told me to get on caprylic acid and eat a lot of broccoli and garlic, I think it was. And I started on that, and that's been like a year and a half ago, and I feel so much better than I've ever felt in a long, long time. And this is all because of the phase 1 diet, just being on the phase 1 diet and the antifungals. I just give glory to God and glory to Doug Kaufman for doing the work that he does. I am finally living again.
So what are my top 4 tips to getting rid of a cold fast? First of all, no sugar. Sugar shuts down the immune system for up to 24 hours, and we need our immune system to be working to fight off that cold and flu. Antifungal supplements. I love antifungal supplements. I kind of double up on them and maybe take 2 if I start to get the sniffles. I love my olive leaf and my oil of oregano. There's lots of them. Nasal sprays and throat sprays. I love the olive leaf kind. It works really well. And then bone stock. It's just like grandma's chicken noodle soup without the noodles. It's so easy to make. You put bones in water with a little apple cider vinegar. You can get more extravagant with vegetables and things like that, but the apple cider vinegar leaches out all those good gelatin and minerals and things like that. So bone stock.
Oh, this was a great show. Thank you for watching and telling your friends about the show. By the way, it re-airs on knowthecause.com if you want your friends to watch it. How to prevent winter sickness and flu. Is it as simple as really getting a flu shot? I think it's much more complex than that, but we're a society that wants a pill or a shot to get better. Regular exercise, eat well, and be happy. That's important, to be happy. Enjoy the parties, but if you eat poorly, expect to feel bad. There is power in knowing the cause. I talk about this all the time, the volume switch. You can turn the volume way up on your symptoms by just eating poorly, not exercising, etc. Finally today, I get this. This was really nice. This comes from Tammy. Never gotten sick from the flu shot, and I get one every year. The flip side of that coin is I finally took my first flu shot, says Tina, and guess what? Well, you did guess. I got the flu. Never again. Folks, again, this show is to demonstrate both sides of an issue, not one, the way as this show ends, you're going to see all over network television now. God bless you, folks. You're big people. You make the decision. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.